what I do is I help women who are narcissistic and codependent, empathic, toxic sorts of relationships, and I help them find their way out. I help them stop stressing so much, stop being so upset, stop being hijacked by a narcissist, stop being controlled by somebody else's feelings, stop being triggered by your past. That's what I help women do. I do it by helping them learn how to work with their body. So we just lit a little sage this morning just to put us into a good space. So today we are talking about the narcissist codependent dance, the narcissist empath dance. So, I don't know about you, but when I was younger, I read a lot of fairy tales. I loved fairy tales. And then I went into romance novels, and I loved romance novels, and I would read romance novels all the time. Not the real sexy ones, but the ones that were about relationships. And in every single one of them, what would happen is two people would come together. There may be a little bit of trouble. There may be a little bit of, difficulty or misunderstanding. But at the end of the day, everything worked out fine. A lot of musicals were that way too. I loved show tunes. I loved musicals. So I grew up in an idea about what a relationship was supposed to look like. Even though in my family life it didn't quite look that way, it was my mom taking care of my dad, and then my dad, supporting the family, like a lot of families were. And things just sort of ended up falling through the cracks. It was normal. Mental health, emotional health, children's mental emotional health just wasn't very important. And because it wasn't very important, what would happen is women like me, women like you, would end up kind of down the rabbit hole. They'd end up with these misunderstandings and trying to figure out what relationship looked like based on these these storybook characters, based on, the childhood novels that we were reading when we were kids, or the musicals, or the romances. We had this idea of what something was supposed to look like, and that's what we kind of depended upon. That's what was important to us. We decided that this was what a happy, healthy relationship was. And then you found yourself in relationship after relationship that just didn't look that way. It didn't work out that way. It was a different kind of a dance. It wasn't something where we're coming together with an understanding that this is a beautiful exploration of who we are. Instead, it was a coming together of two adversaries doing a dance almost like in West Side Story, where I'm going to come at you and you're going to run away, and then you're going to come at me and I'm going to run away. And the last thing any of us who grew up with all those storybook characters ever wanted was to be in a relationship that was adversarial, that was fighting all the time, that was me against you. We never wanted that kind of a dance. We never wanted that kind of a, you mean if I don't care anymore, suddenly you're interested in me? Or if I show you how I do care, if I give you of myself, that's going to make you run away. I know it's an idea and it's a mindset that we really weren't taught. If you came from a household where you didn't know what a good relationship looked like, which included, the ups and downs and the happy people and the sad people, if you didn't understand how to work your way through this stuff, then your only guideline was what you saw in the media. And it was the dance of love and romance, and everyone comes together, and it's happy ever after at the end. And, if you just try hard enough, if you just give enough, if you just believe enough, then everything will work out. Now, that's true. That can be very true. But one of the things that they miss in the storybooks is the long process it takes to get there, the long process it takes to find that peace inside of yourself, to find the version of yourself that makes you feel good, that makes you happy, instead of the version of yourself that's getting caught up in the dance of who's to blame and whose fault it is. So I want you to think about this a little bit. And what I want you to think about is notice. When you come forward, many times the narcissist will step back. Give it a shot. And when the narcissist comes forward, you'll naturally, many times, start to step back as well. It's a dance the two of you are doing. One person shuts down or runs away, and the other person is aggressive, and then the tables will flip. So how do you break out of this? How do you stop feeling overwhelmed and feeling like you are dancing to somebody else's tune? You learn to listen to your intuition. And when your intuition says step forward, you step forward into the problem. And when your intuition says step back, you step back away from it. You don't let someone else determine for you how you're going to respond to a situation. You pause, you decide for yourself, you check in with your intuition, and then you make the decision. Now, reacting happens instantaneously, so this is something you almost have to train yourself to do. You have to train yourself to pause. You have to train yourself to take a breath, even when a narcissist is coming at you. And if you do that, if you start to pause and regulate, like those tools I've given you the last 2 days, if you pause and regulate, if you go to the bathroom and regulate, if you go to the refrigerator and regulate, if you say a pause in the conversation, you know what, I'm getting irritated, I'm getting upset, I'm getting off balance, I'm going to leave for about 20 minutes until I can get myself level again. You can tell them, you cannot tell them. You can find a reason to calm yourself down, as I said, by going to the bathroom or needing to get something, or you can say it straight out. This is upsetting me, this is bothering me, I need to calm myself down, and that's what I'm going to do. Or you can do it while you're standing there. You can even use those tools while you're in a conversation with someone else that's tense. I've done havening when I've been in a hard conversation. I've done the TAT points. I've done that in a hard conversation. And what it does is it helps you be more authentic. It helps you be more real about what's really going on. You actually express what's going on inside of you instead of hiding it. It kind of brings the veils down. And one of the things that will surprise you is when you start being more authentic about how you feel, the other person starts to change how they behave because you've never been authentic with them before. You've just been angry that they've been so manipulative and angry that they haven't understood and they didn't follow the same storybook romance that we read, that they didn't know it's all supposed to be a happy ending and Prince Charming and Cinderella. That's how it's supposed to end. And it can, but only after you do a lot of work on yourself to get yourself into that level balanced space. So if you're in a dance with a narcissist and you're tired of it, you're sick of being in a dance with a narcissist, then it's time to pause. Give yourself the best gift you can ever give yourself, which is to teach yourself to pause and regulate your system and then come back to the situation. Because otherwise you feel you're just like a puppet that's being controlled by someone else's emotions, controlled by somebody else's moods, somebody else's ideas, somebody else's triggers. And that's not how an adult woman is supposed to live her life. She's not supposed to live it being controlled by somebody else. She's supposed to live it deciding for herself who she is, what she wants, and where she's going to go. And even if it includes feeling responsible for other people or taking care of your family or having bigger ideas or dreams, even if all of this is included, it's true, it's you. You are the miracle. And it's time that you started to pause, get yourself back into your intuitive, centered self, and then decide what you're going to do. Because that's how you stop the dance. You stop dancing. And when you stop dancing, one, it throws everybody into a tizzy because they don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle it. But then it also creates a new normal, a normal that says we are not going to react to everything that happens anymore. We're going to step into being calm and centered. And if we can't be calm and centered, we'll do something that will get us to be calm and centered. Now, we've talked about thousands of tools, whether it's a walk and being barefoot in the grass or whether it's havening. Start using them. Start using them. The biggest gift you can give yourself is to pause, regulate your nervous system, center it, calm itself down, and then decide how you want to handle it intuitively, instead of just stepping in and walking in to the madness that a narcissist will create, some crazy dance that nobody wants to dance, not even the narcissist. Okay? So, happy Friday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm trying out my new cameras. It looks like there's a little bit of a sound delay between the camera and the mic, so we'll work on that. And if there is, just let me know. We'll see if we can get it tuned in. But thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing this week with me and being with me on the other side of the camera. You know, it's such a blessing. My family's going through some health issues right now, and it's such a blessing to be here and know that I've got a whole family and community and village of women and men who are right here with me. So thanks. Thanks for being here. And I hope that some of the wisdom that I've gained about how our body-mind works can help you find your peace again. All right? Have a wonderful rest of your day and weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. And keep your eyes open, because this Sunday night, we're going to start doing healing circles at 8 p.m. CST. So look for the event or reach out to me about it. And what we're going to do is I'll take you through the healing process that I go through. I'll take you through the process that I go through in order to heal myself. And we'll do it together. And you'll heal too. Talk to you later. Bye.